It is a one-to-one almost comparison of exactly what I said was going to happen. How is this shocking to anyone in this community? You guys just like plug your ears and close your eyes when I'm doing commentary on this? I've been saying this is going to happen for months. And now that it has, people still turn around and go, oh, I don't know about that. Now, it's not fully done anyway. Netanyahu says the Hamas folded on the dispute over the Philadelphia corridor, but as the several items in the framework have yet to be finalized, we hope the details will be finalized tonight. Yeah. Liberals in the chat trying to say this guy was actually the principal negotiator.
More than 15 months of conflict that began with Hezbollah's brutal massacre on October the 7th.
I'm just going to run that again, just so, because you didn't.
More than 15 months of conflict that began with Hezbollah's brutal massacre on October the 7th.
Hezbollah on October the 7th did a brutal massacre? You think that guy did the ceasefire? That guy. He just remembered he had the power 5 days before he's out? What kind of ridiculous false reality are we living in where people even like entertain the notion that this is competent leadership in display? Of course, liberals are going to lose permanently and forever. You are making the most reactionary, stupid, mouth-breathing losers look sane when you try to literally justify anything that you're seeing here. Anything. Like, it's psychotic. It's QAnon. This is QAnon, okay? There is no difference functionally between trying to say Biden is a competent leader and he really tried really, really hard to facilitate a ceasefire, even though all evidence points to the direct contrary, okay? And he finally did it 5 days before his administration ended. The foreign policy genius, like, to me, running with that narrative is unironically no different than QAnon, being a QAnon supporter, thinking that there is like, he also said he spoke to the Emir of Kuwait to thank him for the ceasefire deal when he was, oh God, it was the Emir of Qatar. He doesn't have a PhD in foreign policy, chat. He's just that good. This is Twitch liberals right now. Most vindicated image in political history. Okay, smart guy, let's see you take a crack at it. Oh, I love that. It turns out someone else did take a crack at it, dude. I mean, I covered this yesterday. Even the flex mode that, like, the fact that Donald Trump used a random real estate developer that he golfs with to be his envoy, to be his voice in the room. The fact that his envoy, his voice in the room, told Benjamin Netanyahu, I don't give a fuck about Shabbat. Like, and forced him to talk on a Saturday. These are aesthetic moves that is exactly in line with the way that Donald Trump plays hardball, okay? Like, straight up, he did that deliberately. That is supposed to, that right there, him not sending like a serious a serious person within his cabinet and tasking a random real estate developer that he golfs with to be the guy is already disrespectful. That's number one. Okay? It's a way to reassert dominance. It's a way to show who's in charge here. Okay? That's number one. Number two, the fact that that guy was also actively being like, yeah, I don't care. You're going to work on Saturday. I don't give a shit. Like, that is disrespectful. That is incredibly disrespectful. Okay? But that kind of disrespect is exactly the way that Donald Trump, like a shitty real estate developer, would cut side deals. You know what I mean? To play hardball. This is why he won. Yeah, he did. Lib chatters parroting Matthew Miller. Miller says the ceasefire was conceived by this administration, and admin officials traveled the world to garner support for. Miller says this proposal dates to late May, and Biden went around the world getting support for it, which left Hamas isolated and alone. In fact, Hamas accepted the terms in May and again in July. They're still lying about it. That's what's crazy. Like, this is Hamas's proposal from May, and they're still actively lying to defend Israel after Benjamin Netanyahu fucked Joe Biden. Okay? Think about that. Like, even if you don't think Trump applied pressure, Benjamin Netanyahu actively fucked over Joe Biden. Okay? Actively. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to play ball. I'm not going to play ball. I'm not going to play ball at all. Okay? And they're still defending Israel. to the last second of power. That is crazy. State Department briefing. The first is mid-December, just started. Matt Miller is excitedly talking about normalizing relations with Saudi Arabia since there's now a ceasefire. So it wasn't Biden then, but mainly Netanyahu. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Of course it was Biden. Biden holds all the cards. Biden controls the levers of power. We are the American government. Okay. What are you saying? Biden's incompetence in this process doesn't change the dynamic, doesn't change the power that he has, doesn't change that, like, the people in his inner circle actively wanted this to happen. Okay. Actively wanted this genocide to continue. That's it. That's it. Biden loves genocide. Make no mistake. He loved it. Okay. He loved every moment of it. And luckily for him, it is going to continue until the last day that he's in office. Okay. The Democrats alongside Biden also loved it. Okay. They did. Seemingly they did. They didn't do enough about it. They didn't do anything about it. They applied zero pressure. There were a couple Democrats who did, and that's it. And they were cast aside. If you expect me to just sit here and lie to you and act like Biden actually did this last-ditch effort to finally press the Netanyahu government, that's ridiculous. It's not going to... You want me to lie to you. You know what I mean? You want me to actively lie to you to feel better. Okay? I get it. I hate Donald Trump. So I understand why in this very moment you're like, well... Still, maybe it wasn't. Why are you giving credit to Trump? It's like giving credit to Reagan. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you giving credit to Trump? He cut a side deal with Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay. Whose fault is it that the genocide continued in that process? Who's doubly at fault here for allowing this to be an election defeating issue? It's Biden. It's Biden and the rest of the Democratic Party and those in positions of power who had every opportunity to stop what was going on. Even when it was electorally beneficial, even when it was the moral thing to do, even when it was the right thing to do, and they chose not to do it. Make no mistake. Like, think about it logically. Think about what you're saying. Okay? Think about what you're defending in this process. I tweeted this a couple days ago. Okay?